Hi dear GATE 2024 candidates. The Northeastern Electric Power Corporation Limited or Neepco invites application for executive trainees through GATE 2024. This Neepco is a subsidiary of NTPC. We know NTPC is a PSU company, so Neepco also comes under government. This Neepco is a power generation company in the northeastern region of India. They invites application for executive trainees in disciplines electrical, mechanical, finance and human resources. When we consider the executive trainee in electrical and mechanical, under unreserved category, total 11 vacancies are present. Under SC, 4 vacancies are present. Under ST, 1 vacancy is present. So, a total of 16 vacancies are present. Then when we consider the upper age limit, for unreserved category, 30 years is the upper age limit, and for SC/ST, 35 years is the upper age limit. And this upper age limit is calculated as on 1/5/2024. Then they have mentioned that the scale of pay for this post is between 50,000 to 1,60,000 with 3% increment annually. Then when you join as executive trainee, you will be in E2 grade, and after the completion of the training, you will be promoted to E3 grade. Then the number of vacancies and other details for executive trainees in finance and human resources are shown here. You can go through it and you can refer this to your friends. Let's now look the qualifications required to apply for this post. When we consider the executive trainees in electrical or mechanical, the qualifications required are: first one, full-time bachelor's degree in engineering or technology, or AMIE or BSc engineering in electrical or mechanical engineering from recognized institute or university with not less than 65% marks as per respective institute or university norms. Then for SC/ST candidates, they require only 55% marks. Then second requirement is the candidates must have appeared and qualified in GATE 2024. Then the qualifications required for finance and human resources are mentioned here. You can go through it. Then when we consider the compensation package, in addition to the salary we mentioned earlier, you will get DA, HRA and other allowances. So you will get a minimum of 94,350 rupees per month. Then they have mentioned that the selected candidates shall undergo 1 year training at any one or more locations of the corporation, and the candidates can be posted across the country in any projects, in any stations and in any offices of the corporation. The application of the candidates will be considered as the consent of the candidate to work anywhere in the country. So you cannot choose a preferred location for your training. Then on successful completion of training, they will be placed in E3 grade. Then about age relaxation, they have also mentioned that the relaxation in upper age limit for the candidates who had ordinarily been domiciled in the state of Jammu and Kashmir from 1/1/1980 to 31/12/1989 will also be allowed as per Government of India guidelines. Then they have mentioned that you need to sign a service agreement bond. The selected candidate will be required to execute a non-transferable service agreement and surety bond on non-judicial stamp papers of the requisite value duly executed by him or her, and a surety of a person of satisfactory and adequate means for an amounting not exceeding rupees 2,50,000 in the case of general or EWS candidate and rupees 1,25,000 in the case of SC and ST candidates for securing the successful discharge of duties on appointment as executive trainee to serve the company for a minimum period of 5 years, including the period spent on training if appointment is regularized. Then about the selection process, they have mentioned that the selection process shall consist of scrutiny of online application and online personal interview of shortlisted candidates as decided by the management. Then they have mentioned that the latest updates will be made available at www.neepco.co.in under the career section. Then the call letters will be made available on the online recruitment portal in a downloadable PDF format. And additionally, notifications via SMS or email will be sent upon their release. Then they have mentioned that depending upon the number of applications, Neepco reserves the right to fix up the eligibility criteria for cut-off marks and limit the number of candidates to be called for and to decide about the mode of screening or mode of selection thereof. And no correspondence will be entertained for not calling of candidate for selection process or for non-selection. And the offer of appointment shall be issued to the suitable candidate in the order of merit and based on requirement. And in case more than one candidate secure the same mark, the candidate with older date of birth shall be considered for deciding place in the merit list. Then about interview, they have mentioned that the candidates will be shortlisted for personal interview in order of merit and may limit or extend the number of candidates. Then shortlisting of candidates will be made based on the score secured in GATE. And final merit panel of the selected candidate will be prepared based on weightage of 80% given to mark scored in GATE examination and 20% given to personal interview to be conducted by a selection committee. Then details about interview for finance and human resource disciplines are mentioned here. You can go through it. Then they have mentioned that the personal interview shall consist of general knowledge, aptitude for the job, extracurricular activities and professional specific knowledge. Then let's look how to apply in detail. The interested eligible candidates should apply online only on the website by visiting careers@neepco.co.in, and any other mode of submission of application will not be accepted. Then the candidates belonging to general, EWS and OBC category is required to pay a non-refundable application fee of Rs 560, and the SC/ST, PWBD, ESM category and female candidates need not pay any application fee, where ESM means ex-servicemen. Then they have mentioned that the fee payment may please be made through SBI ePay favoring Neepco, and fee once paid will not be refunded under any circumstances. So the candidates are requested to verify their eligibility criteria before paying the registration fee. Then the candidate shall apply online form giving accurate information including GATE 2024 registration number, and on filling of valid data, the system will generate a unique registration or application number. Then you need to upload scanned copies of your certificates, and they have mentioned that the scanned copies of certificates should be legible. Otherwise, the candidature shall be treated as cancelled or rejected. Then the online submission of application will start on 8/6/2024 and close on 28/6/2024. Let's now look the steps for applying in detail. Step 1. Go to www.neepco.co.in. Step 2. General and EWS category candidate should make payment of the application fee. Then step 3. Fill the online application form with relevant details and submit. Step 4. Scanned copies of the following documents mentioned below should be kept ready for uploading by the candidate before applying for online registration. First certificate you required is matriculation or secondary school certificate where date of birth is indicated as proof of date of birth. Then second one, complete set of mark sheets and certificates in support of qualification, that is 10, 12 and graduation in engineering certificates. Then third one, scanned copy of the GATE 2024 scorecard. Then fourth one, the caste certificate, that means SC or ST or OBC non-criminal certificate, and which should be in the format prescribed by the Government of India. And fifth one, the EWS certificate if applicable, and the certificate must have been issued in the current financial year by the appropriate government authority. Then sixth one, a certificate of conversion of grades or CGPA to percentage of marks from respective university or institution from which they have obtained the bachelor's degree or post-graduation degree. Then seventh one, a recent passport size color photograph. The photograph must be in JPEG format and the size should be between 20 KB to 100 KB. Then eighth one, a scanned copy of your signature and the signature should be in JPEG format and the size should be between 20 KB to 100 KB. Then in step 5, the candidate should upload scanned copies of above mentioned documents or certificates in separate spaces given in the online application form. Then in step 6, take printout of the registration slip or form generated by the system for future reference. Then they have mentioned that the candidates are required to possess a valid and active email ID. And Neepco will not be responsible for bouncing back of any email sent to the candidates. And candidates are advised to keep their email ID and mobile number active till the declaration of results. And no change in email ID and mobile number will be allowed once entered. And all future correspondence will be made through Neepco's recruitment portal. Then the general information and instructions to the candidates are mentioned here. You can go through it. And one important thing you need to consider here is that they have mentioned that the candidate still pursuing their courses or are awaiting for final result need not apply. Then you can go through all other details given here. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and share this channel.